Archangel Michael says there are moments in life when everything invites you to pause for just a few seconds and truly listen with a calm and open heart. Not because something frightening is about to happen, but because awareness can sometimes arrive quietly, in the middle of an ordinary moment. Many people move through their days quickly, focusing on responsibilities, tasks, and worries about the future. In that constant movement, they rarely give themselves the time to reflect on what their life is teaching them. Yet reflection is where clarity begins to grow. When you allow yourself to slow down and truly listen to your thoughts, you may begin to understand your life with greater depth. Archangel Michael says your home is not just a physical place where you live, it is also a space where your thoughts, emotions, and dreams exist. The environment you create inside your home often reflects the way you feel inside your mind. When your surroundings are calm and supportive, your thoughts become clearer and your decisions become stronger. This is why moments of reflection inside your own space can become powerful opportunities for understanding yourself better. Sometimes the most important realizations in life appear not during dramatic events, but during quiet moments when you simply allow yourself to think. Many people feel that their lives are moving too quickly for them to fully understand what is happening around them. They rush from one task to another, always planning the next step, rarely pausing to ask themselves deeper questions. Yet those deeper questions are often the beginning of growth. Questions like, what direction do I truly want my life to take? What habits help me grow, and which ones hold me back? What dreams have I been postponing even though they continue appearing in my thoughts? Archangel Michael says awareness begins when you give yourself permission to ask those questions honestly. When you reflect on your life with patience instead of judgment, you begin to notice patterns that help you understand your journey more clearly. You may realize that certain experiences were guiding you toward learning something valuable. Even moments that once felt confusing may begin to reveal lessons that strengthened your patience and resilience. Sometimes people believe that meaningful change must arrive suddenly and dramatically. But in truth, transformation often begins with a simple decision to become more aware of your thoughts and actions. When you pay attention to the small choices you make each day, you begin to see how those choices gradually shape the future you are building. The habits you develop, the knowledge you seek, and the time you invest in your goals all contribute to the direction your life is moving. Archangel Michael says every person carries potential that is still growing. No matter where you are in your journey, there are always new skills to learn, new ideas to explore, and new perspectives to understand. Growth does not stop once you reach a certain stage of life. It continues as long as you remain curious and willing to learn from your experiences. When you approach life with curiosity instead of fear, you open the door to opportunities that once seemed distant. You may have already noticed that certain ideas continue appearing in your thoughts. Perhaps you have been thinking about improving an aspect of your life, learning something new, or focusing more on goals that matter deeply to you. You to explore possibilities that align with your personal growth. When you listen to these signals and take small steps toward them, you begin creating momentum that gradually transforms your future. Archangel Michael says the truth about life is that progress rarely happens all at once. Instead, it grows through consistent effort and thoughtful decisions. Each day offers an opportunity to improve something small within yourself. Over time, those small improvements accumulate into meaningful change. The person you become tomorrow is shaped by the awareness and choices you practice today. Your home, your thoughts, and your experiences all play a role in shaping the direction of your journey. By creating moments of reflection and calm within your life, you give yourself the space needed to understand what truly matters. When your mind becomes clearer, your decisions naturally begin to align with your deeper values and aspirations. Archangel Michael says, remember that your story is still unfolding. The future is not fixed, it is influenced by the awareness and actions you choose each day. When you approach life with patience, curiosity, and openness, you allow new possibilities to appear naturally. The more clearly you understand yourself, the more confidently you can move toward the goals that inspire you. Archangel Michael says, as you continue listening to this message, allow yourself to slow down for a moment and simply reflect on the path your life has taken so far. Many people spend years rushing from one responsibility to another, believing that progress only comes from constant movement. Yet some of the most meaningful realizations appear when you pause and observe your life with patience and honesty. When you take a moment to truly think about your journey, you may begin to notice how every experience has quietly been shaping your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Life often teaches its greatest lessons through situations that seem ordinary at first. A conversation with someone, a challenge that forces you to adapt, or a quiet moment of reflection can all reveal insights that guide your future decisions. These moments may seem small when they happen, but their impact can grow over time as you begin to understand their deeper meaning. The truth about your situation may not be something sudden or dramatic. Instead, it may be a realization that your experiences have been guiding you toward greater awareness all along. Archangel Michael says many people underestimate the wisdom they already carry within themselves. They believe that answers must come from outside sources, forgetting that their own journey has already provided valuable knowledge. Every decision you have made and every obstacle you have faced has given you lessons that help shape your perspective. When you trust your ability to reflect on those lessons, you begin to see that your life has been preparing you for new opportunities. Think about the times when you faced uncertainty but continued moving forward anyway. Those moments revealed your resilience and determination. They showed that even when you did not have all the answers, you still had the strength to keep going. That strength becomes part of your character, helping you approach future challenges with greater confidence. Archangel Michael says awareness grows when people begin asking deeper questions about their realizations appear when you pause and observe your life with patience and honesty. When you take a moment to truly think about your journey, you may begin to notice how every experience has quietly been shaping your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Life often teaches its greatest lessons through situations that seem ordinary at first. A conversation with someone, a challenge that forces you to adapt, or a quiet moment of reflection can all reveal insights that guide your future decisions. These moments may seem small when they happen, but their impact can grow over time as you begin to understand their deeper meaning. The truth about your situation may not be something sudden or dramatic. Instead, it may be a realization that your experiences have been guiding you toward greater awareness all along. Archangel Michael says many people underestimate the wisdom they already carry within themselves. They believe that answers must come from outside sources, forgetting that their own journey has already provided valuable knowledge. Every decision you have made and every obstacle you have faced has given you lessons that help shape your perspective. When you trust your ability to reflect on those lessons, you begin to see that your life has been preparing you for new opportunities. Think about the times when you faced uncertainty but continued moving forward anyway. Those moments revealed your resilience and determination. They showed that even when you did not have all the answers, you still had the strength to keep going. That strength becomes part of your character, helping you approach future challenges with greater confidence. Archangel. You choose to focus on all play a role in shaping your perspective. When you create an environment that supports reflection and positivity, your ability to think clearly and make thoughtful decisions becomes stronger. As you continue reflecting on your life, you may begin to notice that the future holds more possibilities than you once imagined. Each new skill you learn and each new idea you explore expands your understanding of what is possible. The journey ahead is not limited by the past. It is shaped by the awareness and effort you bring into the present moment. Archangel Michael says, remember that every stage of your life carries meaning. Even moments that once felt uncertain may reveal valuable lessons when you look back at them with patience. By remaining open to learning and growth, you allow your experiences to guide you toward greater clarity. Your story is still unfolding, and each day offers another opportunity to shape the direction of your life. The awareness you develop today can influence the decisions you make tomorrow, creating a future that reflects your values and aspirations. Archangel Michael says, as this message continues, it is important to remember that life often reveals its deepest lessons gradually, through the experiences you live every day. Many people spend years searching for signs or answers that will suddenly explain everything about their future, yet clarity often grows slowly inside the mind and heart. When you pause and reflect on your journey, you may begin to see that every challenge you faced and every opportunity you encountered has quietly been. Michael says awareness grows stronger when you allow curiosity to guide your thoughts. Curiosity encourages you to ask questions and explore new ideas instead of remaining stuck in old habits. When you become curious about your own potential, you begin to see possibilities that were previously hidden. Curiosity opens the door to learning, creativity, and personal development. You may have noticed that certain ideas or goals continue appearing in your mind. Sometimes these ideas arrive quietly during moments of reflection, reminding you of something you have always wanted to explore. These thoughts can be important signals guiding you toward opportunities that align with your talents and interests. When you give attention to these ideas and begin taking small steps toward them, you create movement in your life that can lead to meaningful change. Archangel Michael says progress rarely happens through one single event. Instead, it develops through consistent actions repeated over time. Small improvements in your habits, your knowledge, and your mindset gradually create momentum. That momentum can eventually lead to opportunities that once seemed impossible to reach. The future is not shaped by a single moment but by the collection of decisions you make each day. Another important truth is that patience allows wisdom to grow. In a world where people expect immediate results, patience often feels difficult. Yet meaningful achievements require time to develop. When you remain patient with your journey, you allow your understanding to deepen and your abilities to strengthen. Patience ensures that the progress you make is stable and lasting rather than temporary. Archangel Michael says the environment you create around yourself also influences your mindset. The conversations you have, the information you absorb, and the thoughts you focus on all shape your perspective. When you surround yourself with positive influences and thoughtful ideas, your mind becomes more open to growth and creativity. This openness helps you recognize opportunities and develop solutions to challenges. As you continue moving forward, remember that your life is not defined only by the past. The lessons you have learned are tools that help you shape the future. Every new day gives you another opportunity to apply your knowledge and make choices that support your goals. Archangel Michael says the truth being revealed in your situation may simply be that your awareness is expanding. You are beginning to see your journey with greater clarity and understanding. This awareness allows you to move forward with more confidence, knowing that every lesson you have learned is preparing you for the next stage of your life. Your story is still unfolding, and the path ahead is shaped by the decisions you make today. When you continue learning, reflecting, and exploring new possibilities, you create a future that reflects your values and aspirations. Archangel Michael says as this message continues, it is important to remember that life often reveals its most meaningful lessons not in loud or dramatic ways, but through quiet moments of realization that slowly change the way you see yourself and your future. Many people move through their daily routines believing that nothing significant is changing, yet inside them their understanding is evolving with every experience they live. Each conversation you have, each challenge you overcome, and each new idea you encounter becomes a small piece of knowledge that shapes your awareness. When you allow yourself to pause and reflect on these experiences, you begin to see that your journey, improve a habit, or invest your time in meaningful activities, you are gradually shaping your future. These choices may feel small in the moment, but over time they create momentum that can lead to remarkable progress. You may also notice that certain ideas about your life appear repeatedly in your thoughts. Perhaps you feel inspired to develop a new skill, pursue a different opportunity, or focus more on goals that truly matter to you. These thoughts are often signals encouraging you to explore possibilities that align with your growth. When you give attention to these ideas and begin taking small steps toward them, you create movement in your life that can open doors to new experiences. Archangel Michael says patience remains an essential part of every meaningful journey. In a world where many people expect instant results, patience can feel difficult to maintain. Yet patience allows wisdom to develop over time. When you remain patient with your progress, you give your efforts the time they need to mature into lasting achievements. Another important truth about personal growth is that your environment influences your mindset. The people you spend time with, the information you absorb, and the activities you focus on all shape the way you think. When you surround yourself with positive influences and thoughtful ideas, your perspective naturally becomes more open and creative. This openness helps you recognize opportunities and develop solutions to challenges. Archangel Michael says the truth about your situation may simply be that your awareness is expanding. You are beginning to understand your journey with greater clarity and recognizing the lessons hidden within your experiences. This awareness allows you to make decisions with greater intention and confidence because you understand the direction you want your life to take. As you continue moving forward, remember that your future is not defined by one single moment. It is shaped by the many choices you make every day. Each positive step you take adds to the momentum that moves you toward your goals. The knowledge and experience you gain today become the tools that help you build a stronger tomorrow. Archangel Michael says your story is still unfolding, and every chapter ahead carries new possibilities. By remaining open to learning, reflecting on your experiences, and believing in your ability to grow, you allow your life to evolve in meaningful ways. The awareness you develop today can guide you toward opportunities that once seemed distant. If this message resonates with you, comment, "I welcome awareness and growth." Like this video if you believe reflection can help guide your future, and subscribe for more messages that inspire clarity, wisdom, and personal progress.